So I'm going to update this video since many of you have been following me and the audio was not good on my practice run, but since then I have picked up a microphone and everything is moving along swimmingly. So what I'm going to do is read a couple of paragraphs of one of the best synopsis of the Obama fleeing that I have seen in one place. And I will put a link to this in my video description so you too can go for yourself to read what I'm reading. The Obama flees after massive drug bust aboard the Lady Michelle vessel in the Caribbean. Former President Barack Obama fled Washington, D.C. this past Friday, 10th of March, traveling to New York City, Omaha, Nebraska, San Jose, California, and ending up in Hawaii, all occurring within 36 hours while he sought elite allies to defend him and keeping him ahead of investigators from the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network of the U.S. Department of Treasury, seeking to interview him about one of the largest drug busts in American history occurring in the Caribbean, aboarding a fishing vessel named the Lady Michelle. According to this report, nearly immediately upon taking office as President Donald Trump's Attorney General on the 9th of February, Jeff Sessions was handed a top-secret file by the FBI detailing the nearly two-decade-long crimes of 12 current and former security and intelligence officers belonging to the Transportation Safety Administration, TSA, who for at least 18 years under both the Bush and Obama regimes had smuggled into the United States at least $100 million worth of cocaine. 4 days after the AG Sessions received this top secret file on the Bush-Obama regime drug criminals from FBI on the 13th of February, this report continues, he ordered their immediate arrests. And that was meant to coincide with the former President Obama being out of the United States because he was vacationing in the Virgin Islands. The reason that was timed that way was because the captain of the vessel was one Mohammed Nazim Hussain, who was a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, who also was the same organization of which Obama had 6 people from that same organization on his staff. I have listed those in another video I've done by name, but the link that I'll provide you will also name them by name so you can go and look for yourself. So the reason that they wanted Obama to be out of the States while they made the arrests was so that they could kind of clean up and connect the dots without interruption. What they found was that somebody from the Virgin Islands groups who was down with Obama tried to contact the captain of the ship that was being busted, and I think it was unsuccessful because the Navy had disabled all of the electronics and had disabled the vessel, so it was technically dead in the water in the shipping lanes in which it was floating. Now, this was a fishing vessel that was in waters way too deep for it to be fishing. It was also a known a drug trafficking lane, so it was pretty easy to pick up on that it was not indeed fishing. So they did stop it. The Coast Guard got involved. The Coast Guard was one of the ones that brought it back and pulled all the drugs off. The vessel was owned by the Argyle International Development Corporation, which is developing a boat harbor in the Virgin Islands on the same island, and it's also developing an airstrip at this place as well. The first flight that landed on that airstrip, technically, as far as we can find out, was from Mexico that landed there. And when the flight from Mexico landed on that airstrip, Obama happened to be there, and he left on a private plane. So there's a lot of coincidences going on at the same time. And when Obama was in the Virgin Islands, the Lady Michelle happened to be docked at that time as well in that harbor. So there's a lot of coincidences with the Lady Michelle being in the harbor, with Obama being in that same area, with the people involved in his staff and administration, and the captain of this ship, and the name of this ship is the Lady Michelle. Now, the Lady Michelle was registered in Guyana, but she flew an American flag. And she has been returned back to the Argyle International Development development company because of an agreement we have between the countries regarding international laws or whatever they're doing. So I tracked that down and have posted some links in my other video for that. But technically, that's what's going on. So in the description of this video is a link to this article. It is a great synopsis. If you want a little more details with some other resources, which I strongly recommend, find it on my other channel. There's a nice cover plate on the video I produced that says Obama flees, the paper trail is hot. If you look for that, you're going to find a massive amount of links of where I've sourced my information. But this one in particular is a very good synopsis and overall report detailing so much about this event. So I trust that you will take a little bit of time and go read that. And I thank you all for the feedback because I am going to be giving you information as much as possible.